Swiggity. Got Jules, hip hop expert. What can we say about him over there, man? This guy, every time we give him a... Don't do it, no? Okay, we won't do it. Speaking of hip-hop experts, Rich Nice is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Soundboy killer.
What up, Rich Nice?
Pepper, hot sauce pepper.
Rich Nice, what the fuck? We were just hanging out this weekend, huh?
Oh, man.
No, we weren't. It's your birthday weekend, and I didn't see you. What is that about, man?
I don't know, man. I think you tapped out on me.
Did I tap out on you?
Yeah, you tapped out on me. You know, we had Erykah Badu out at Pioneer Works on Saturday night. DJ Wonder came through with the crew and a couple of nice little things to celebrate the thong, and it was a cool cat of wong.
Okay, cool. That's what's up, man. Makes a lot of sense, man. Up next, man, we got joining us for the A&R room, man. We got a young man that came all the way from Nashville. Went to Tennessee State University. Picked up an instrument at an early age and decided he wanted to become an MC. Welcome him to the show, the one and only Mike Floss.
Yo, what up?
What's up, man? How you doing, sir?
I'm good, man. All the way from Nashville, Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? I feel very honored to be in the presence of everybody in this room. So
fresh.
Oh, man, you shall. Mike, don't do that, man.
Hair.
You know, you got a great...
My hair is beautiful.
It is. Yes. Empowered, male empowerment. Give it up.
That's all right. That's all right. You from the... When I was a young man, Mike Floss, wasn't that long ago, but... My great auntie and uncle, these folks know him. I speak about him all the time. Silas Murph, Lucy Murph. They used to force me to sit and watch the programming that they used to like to watch. And one of the shows they used to watch was the Grand Ole Opry.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and we used to watch this conductor, and it was off in Tennessee, and it was kind of like big band mixed with country music, and I used to watch it all the time. So I learned a lot about country music and big band through watching the Grand Ole Opry. Nashville has such a rich history when it comes to the music scene, but not just urban music, all sorts of music. How did that inform you as an artist?
Man, first I want to apologize for you having to sit through all of that.
No.
Oh, wow.
No, man, that shit was bomb. In retrospect, it just taught me to open my mind to other sounds and other music and song structure.
I feel that. I feel that. But growing up, like in Nashville, like fortunately, it's changing a lot. The city's changing a lot, and it comes with its positives and negatives. But like growing up, hearing country music everywhere you go, it's like really difficult. And you know, my dad's a jazz musician, so in the house, all we was listening to was, you know, Miles Davis, Charlie Parker, whatever, what have you. And gospel music, of course, like Kirk Franklin, Fred Hammond, all of that. So we was trying to avoid a lot of what that is as far as the genre, just because I'm not a big fan of the way it sounds. Like it's nothing personal, you know, it's just not anything that I prefer. But I do think it subconsciously informs a lot of things, even from the way that country artists sing. And like, because when you sing with a southern accent, like you automatically have twangs here and there, whether you try to or not. So I think I hear that in my music from time to time.
You do. So do you rap with is there a distinct, like Young Buck did he have a distinct Nashville accent, you know, vernacular going?
Well, see, my accent's not that strong. So my parents are from Chicago. So when we was little, like they would be like, "Don't be in here saying them country words," and like anytime you say something that comes from like the city, they would correct you. My mom was big on like speaking correct English and, you know, being 10 times as good as everybody to get half as much, you know. So that's how I came up, and I think it affected me being more conscious of the way I pronounce words. But I still think, you know, you get a couple of shots of Jack Daniels in me, you gon'
It's going to happen. JD, that's his drink of choice. Have to be what you think about that Jack Daniels reference. Bong bong. Where'd you go to college?
Tennessee State.
Tennessee State. Who's some great people that went to Tennessee State?
Let's see. Charity. You actually met my girlfriend, Charity. You met her in Detroit.
That's scary. I hate when dudes say that to me. I don't know where that's gonna go. No. Okay.
It was cool. She manages a nonprofit organization for music, and she had locks at the time.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember. It was something. I don't want to put who you was there with due to recent events, but you may remember.
What the hell? Was you hanging out with R. Kelly?
No, he was hanging out with Joel Osteen.
Yeah.
When you went to Detroit last July.
Sure, that's your lady.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking. You were there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Look, Joel Osteen.
I was just listening to Joe the other day.
Joe Osteen and all that heat because he didn't want to open up his doors.
Okay.
Well, I didn't say he wouldn't want to. It took a minute to open up his doors.
He didn't do it in the time that people thought he should.
That's how you put that.
But when Joel Osteen and I got together, we went to what side of Detroit were we in? Was it the south? The east side? East side Detroit, in a neighborhood that politicians they only campaign in. They don't necessarily hang out in. Celebrities, artists don't necessarily go to those neighborhoods. Joel Osteen and his wife and his congregation came to that neighborhood, and we did an event to raise what was it? It was the recreation center. Yeah, for the recreation center in there that facilitated the youth in that area. Look, I don't know what he didn't do during that Hurricane Harvey, but I was really shocked to see that man was standing in the middle of that disenfranchised neighborhood alongside us, trying to bring awareness. That's why, so that's what we were doing. Okay. Yeah. I ain't ashamed of what I was doing there.
Right. Yeah, he probably bought some neighborhoods.
Yeah, Oprah Winfrey.
Winfrey went there.
She went to your school, right?
Yeah. Wilma Rudolph.
Wilma Rudolph.
Ooh.
Wow. Y'all know what Wilma Rudolph is famous for, right?
Yeah, Sway.
You want to say it?
You ran with her too?
Yeah, no, I didn't run with Wilma Rudolph, but I was inspired by Wilma Rudolph. But anyway, Mike Floss is our featured artist today in the A&R room, so he's going to join us for the A&R room. He got a new album that's out now. It's called Tennessee Daydreams. And listening to this album, I think, is it Flambe? Is it
Flambe? Yeah.
Flambe. You shout out the man on the wall right here. That's here at this the one and only Marshall Mathers.
Yeah.
You shouted him out in your album.
Yeah.
You a big fan of his?
I like Eminem a lot. Particularly just the way that he bends words off of each other. Like I learned that I think first from MF Doom, and then listening to a lot of Jay Electronica, and then kind of getting more going back to Eminem early work, and just the way people can bend words off of each other was always impressive to me. So I wanted to learn that skill, so I listened to them for that.
Okay, and this Tennessee Daydreams album is through 30 Tigers?
The distribution
through 30 Tigers, but you're doing it yourself pretty much.
Independently, the Iconic Group. Yeah.
The Iconic Group. Mike Floss is his name. Give out your social media. Citizens, follow this kid.
Mike Floss Music everywhere. It's very easy. Follow me, man. I'm trying to get my numbers up. You feel me?
This is an eclectic album. The songs that stood out for me were Cotton Candy Sky and Free Love. And then you got Sasha, Take Yours, Black Wildflowers. It's an array of sounds going on right now. It's not one particular thing.
Right.
Is that purposely done?
Absolutely. I refer to it as a collection of moments and imaginations. And I just started producing. So I produced on 4 of these records alongside 6 Sense, Ducko McFly, OG the 3, Schmuck the Loyal, Max Rubel, Mike Ewan. And being hands-on with the production really evolved my sound and what I do vocally. So I wanted these imaginations to flow in and out of reality in a daydream state. So that's why you'll hear a song come in like Black Wildflowers where it's kind of drifting and then go into Peach Soda, and then you hear some voiceover content, or you hear my dad talking about how much his sweater cost on his album, or whatever the case may be. You snap into these realities and then drift back into a daydream. So I wanted those sounds to keep having lots of different colors and moods.
They're doing that. It's a lot of pivots on it. Free Love, when I first listened to that, I won't even say what it reminded me of. I'm going to play this. And then citizens, call up. Let Mike Floss know what you think about his music. 888-742-3345. This is Free Love. His name is Mike Floss. The album is Tennessee Daydreams. It's out now. He just performed at the Meadows Festival this past weekend. Yeah. What an amazing place, right?
Yeah.
Who'd you meet backstage? I know you met.
Oh, bro, I met Q-Tip. I met Jerobi. I met Mos Def. I talked to Mos Def because the crazy story is Mos Def had met my dad in 2002.
Wow.
So I seen him, and my dad had told me this story. He met Mos Def, and my dad was playing trumpet. They came backstage to meet him. So
say your dad's name, man.
Rob Magaha.
Okay.
He jazz trumpet musician. Photographer. He does everything. But yeah, Mos Def had gave him some clothes. I guess they were doing either a clothing line or something of that nature. So he gave him, my dad was like, yeah, Mos Def gave me those clothes back in the day.
Your dad started on you, son.
Yeah, trying to flex on me. So yeah, when I met Mos, I told him about that. He actually remembered it, so it was dope. Yeah.
Did you call him Mos or Yasin?
Yo, I was so nervous when I met him. I don't think I even said anything. I was just like, yo, I got a story for you.
Oh, damn. You didn't even introduce yourself, huh?
I did. I got there. I had to work it out.
Okay, Mike Floss is here. Mystique is on the line from Maryland. Good morning, Mystique.
Good
morning.
Good morning.
What up?
I like that song. I need some free love. You hear me?
That's what everybody need. I appreciate that.
You know, you should pick up his album. It's a real colorful ride. It's like watching a great animation, you know, and then it takes you go somewhere else. You leave the planet, and like when I first watched Frozen, man, I was out of there. You never watched Frozen, Rich Nice?
We need that Frozen money though.
Yeah, right. You watched that. Most of us artistic types watch Frozen. Sorry, Rich. All right, let's go to Seattle. We got Twan on the line. What up, Twan?
Yo, what's good, y'all?
What's up?
What up, Twan?
Dave Floss.
What up?
Yo, man. The song was slick, man. I like the transitions. I like how we didn't stay with the same basic 808 sounds that you hear in just about every other hip hop song. I love the transitions throughout all of it, man. I wouldn't mind playing drums live behind it. It was slick.
Hey, we might have to give you that call then.
Hey, Twan, hit him up on social media. His social is
Mike Floss Music everywhere.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.